Breaking! You will not believe what just went down in Harlem. Imagine this, a courtroom packed with reporters, cameras rolling, and suddenly a USB stick becomes the most dangerous weapon in hip-hop history. ChrissyLampkin's jail calls, yes, the ones everyone thought were private, go live. And JimJones, well, he didn't just stumble, he collapsed like the floor beneath him turned to quicksand. Who was she whispering to? Who knew about the baby? And why did Camron just sit there, smirking like he had been plotting this since 2012? We're talking betrayal, secrets, and a Harlem showdown that makes reality TV look like amateur. This isn't gossip, it's full-blown courtroom warfare, fraud rumors, and personal vendettas all wrapped into one explosive reveal. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will make you question loyalty, love, and who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes. By the end of this video, you'll be asking yourself, how much of what we thought we knew was actually a lie? And who's next to fall? Asterisk asterisk, alright, let's rewind and get the full picture. This isn't some petty feud blown up on social media, this is JimJones, ChrissyLampkin, and Camron. Three Harlem icons caught in a web of secrets and betrayal so twisted it makes reality TV look like child's play. JimJones, the Dipset king, the man who gave us We Fly High, built his empire on music, street credibility, and the loyalty of those closest to him, or so he thought. Chrissy was the woman everyone assumed had his back through everything, the supposed ride or die, the day one queen who stood by him through thick and thin. But behind the cameras it was a completely different story. And then there was Camron. Cool, calculated, smirking like he had the master plan before anyone even realized a storm was coming. Everyone thought he was just stirring drama for attention. But the truth was far more dangerous. The cat list was Chrissy's jail calls, the ones no one expected to see the light of day. But she didn't treat them like private moments, she treated them like strategy sessions. Whispering to a man named Reggie, the man who allegedly knew about a baby Jim had no idea existed. A secret hiding right under his nose. Picture Jim walking into court, leather jacket on, shades locked, chain gleaming, thinking he's untouchable, only for his entire reality to crumble in minutes when the recordings start playing. Sources describe him going pale, stumbling, nearly collapsing as if someone had yanked the floor out from under him. And eyewitnesses say it looked like his soul had been momentarily pulled from his body. Cam didn't flinch, he leaned back like a man who just executed the perfect plan. The USB in his hand holding the storm he had been quietly building for years. And the timing was perfect, court in session, reporters recording every second, Mona, Scott in row 3 capturing the shock, the jury silent, everyone frozen, witnessing a betrayal of legendary proportions. The content of the calls was devastating. Chrissy telling Reggie that Jim never really knew her, that he just performed, that if the baby's DNA were tested everything would be exposed. Each word landing like a punch, the room silent except for the chilling clarity of her voice over the courtroom speakers. Then Mama Jones arrived and the atmosphere shifted instantly. Security stopped, phones dropped, and witnesses swore. There was a collective gasp like a choir echoing through the room. She walked straight up to Chrissy and slapped her, not screaming, not yelling, just one line, "That's for lying about the baby." The sound echoing off the walls like part of the evidence itself. And Chrissy did not flinch, she just blinked slowly as if calculating her next move. The judge visibly shaken, liars scrambling, the courtroom chaos unfolding in real time, and Jim, still recovering from the initial shock, sitting pale and silent, realizing that everything he thought he knew, every declaration of loyalty, every public show of trust had been stripped away in minutes. And as the calls continued revealing secret alliances, hidden plans, and manipulation stretching back years, it became clear that this wasn't just personal drama. It was a full-blown exposure of private strategies, hidden relationships, and potential legal consequences, a perfect storm where fame, betrayal, and ambition collided in a courtroom that would never be forgotten. And as the chaos reached its peak, the world outside was already reacting, memes, tweets, and gossip spreading like wildfire. The drama escalating beyond anything anyone could have anticipated, setting the stage for the next explosive chapter. As the courtroom settled, the tension did not, and the revelations kept coming like a relentless storm that no one could escape. Chrissy's voice continued echoing through the speakers, each call revealing more than anyone could have imagined. Whispers of manipulation, secret deals, and alliances that Jim never saw coming. Sources claim that some of the calls hinted at financial maneuvering, payouts for work that was never done, and behind-the-scenes arrangements tied to the love and hip-hop franchise that could potentially trigger serious legal scrutiny. And the prosecution, sensing the chaos and the leverage these recordings provided, pressed on relentlessly, dropping one call after another, each more explosive than the last. making it impossible for anyone in the room to remain neutral. And as the evidence mounted, it became clear that Chrissy had been playing a long game, knowing when to stay silent, when to whisper, and how to manipulate the perceptions of everyone around her. And Camron, calm as ever, seemed to be orchestrating every reaction from the sidelines, timing each revelation for maximum impact. According to insiders, he had planned this for years, patiently collecting dirt, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal the truth. And when he did, the entire courtroom felt the shockwaves. Journalists scrambled to capture every reaction. Social media lit up almost instantly with live commentary. Fans split between disbelief, anger, and fascination, some expressing sympathy for Jim, others cheering the exposure of what they called the ultimate betrayal. And even celebrities could not resist commenting, adding fuel to a fire that was already out of control, the narrative spinning faster than anyone could manage. And while the courtroom drama unfolded, legal analysts speculated on the ramifications. Potential charges for obstruction, fraud, and perjury floated through the air, and whispers of federal investigations into financial and corporate mismanagement linked to Hustle Forever Entertainment LLC, the company connected to Jim and Chrissy, began circulating, suggesting that the scandal could extend far beyond personal drama. It could affect careers, reputations, and even the business of reality television itself. And as the day dragged on, observers reported that the stress and emotional strain on Jim was palpable, his silence heavy, his reactions muted, a stark contrast to Chrissy, who appeared composed, her expressions calculated, her demeanor unreadable. And the climax of the day, marked by revelations that Chrissy had allegedly been hiding critical information from Jim, telling insiders that she had intentionally allowed him to remain unaware of key aspects of her life, including the existence of Reggie and the baby, left everyone in the room stunned. The jury, the press, the fans, even the judge seemed momentarily speechless, the impact reverberating beyond the walls of the courthouse and outside. The world was already reacting, speculation rampant, discussions about loyalty, trust, and betrayal dominating conversations, analysts and commentators dissecting every word, every whisper, every look, trying to unravel what had just unfolded. And as the day ended, the stakes were clear. This was more than a personal feud, it was a public unmasking, a lesson in manipulation and timing, a scandal that would be dissected, debated, and remembered for years. And everyone involved knew that nothing would ever be the same again. You've seen it all unfold, the courtroom chaos, the secrets, the whispers, the collapses, and the slaps. But the story doesn't end here. This is just the beginning of a saga that will continue to shock, surprise, and redefine everything we thought we knew about loyalty, betrayal, and power in the world of hip-hop and reality television. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think is going to happen next? Will Jim recover from this public humiliation? Will Chrissy face real consequences for what's on those jail calls? And is Camron the mastermind we always suspected? Or is there another layer we haven't even seen yet? Comment below with your theories, your hot takes, and your predictions. Every opinion matters, because this isn't just entertainment. It's a conversation about trust, manipulation, and the fragility of reputation in the public eye. And while you're thinking about that, make sure you hit that like button if you want more deep dives into the scandals that the media won't touch. Subscribe so you never miss a breaking moment like this. And turn on notifications, because the next chapter of the story could drop at any moment, and trust me, you'll want to be the first to know. Share this video with friends who need to see how quickly power, influence, and secrets can collide. And join the discussion, because this is more than drama, it's history in the making. And the next revelation might change everything we think we know, so stay tuned, stay alert, and let us guide you through the chaos as it continues to unfold. The saga between JimJones and Camron is far from over, and the question on everyone's mind is what happens next. Will JimJones be able to salvage his reputation and bounce back from this public meltdown? Or is this the beginning of a steep fall from grace for one of Harlem's most notorious figures? Will Camron take full advantage of the situation? Or will he play the long game and let the legal system handle it, while carefully managing his public image? These are the questions that are keeping fans and the industry on edge, and now it's your turn to weigh in. We want to hear what you think about this explosive feud. Who do you side with? Do you think JimJones acted out of provocation or pure rage? Could this incident have been avoided? Or was it inevitable after years of tension and unresolved issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let the conversation ignite. Make sure to like this video if you're shocked by what went down, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking stories, wild revelations, and the behind-the-scenes truth of hip-hop drama. Stick with us, because the next chapter of this scandal is guaranteed to be even crazier, and you won't want to miss a second.